Hey y'all, what's going on? This is Jesse Both from the 19th hole, and I've got the rookie playthrough here for you all this afternoon. This is the Tournament Wind Rookie playthrough for the qualification of the Clifftop Links Tournament. In this video we will play each of the holes, and we will talk about the different shots for the hole, club selection, ball selection, elevation changes, and so forth. You will hear my commentary and see mostly only my shots. So I'm trying to do that to kind of shorten up the video for you all to get the most content possible in the littlest amount of time, so that you all can go concentrate on your rounds, hopefully kill it, and move on to that opening round. So, alright, we're going to get started in just a second. Alright, we got hole number 1 here. This is a par 4. We playing our first shot with a 20% elevation change. I'll be using an extra mile, and I'll be using a quasar ball here for this hole. So basically all I'm trying to do is play it up the left hand side with max left spin, and we'll go with max top spin as well. And we're just trying to get up that left hand side here. We're playing right about max distance for the shot, and we're gonna go with about 2 left spin actually here. So 4.7 at 20%, that's right about, we're gonna have to adjust back the different way here. So 2.3 rings adjustment, and we are going to be using some left curl on the shot just to try to stay safe here. Don't want anything to go wrong. As you see, we're going to move up the fairway now here and put ourselves in a decent position for our second shot at the green. Alright, so for our second shot at the green, it looks like we're going to be playing this with our, we're going to play this with our backbone still. Or are we? Okay, I'm going to go with a little bit of top spin here. 1 bar of top spin. Wasn't expecting to use this club, but looks like that's what we got. So 1.8 is going to be our adjustment. We use the 1 bar top spin that we do have with this club. If I had more top spin, I probably would have used a little bit more, but it looks like the 1 bar top spin is plenty. So if we didn't hit that great to the right, we definitely would have had a really good chance there of dropping that one. So that drive distance right there puts us in a really nice little spot as far as using our thorn. And honestly, that might be a really good spot for using a hornet. Now, if your drive isn't quite as far as mine, you will be using a long iron. And if you're going to use your long iron, you know, you're going to get a little bit better of a hop, because you are going to be playing it closer to the bottom of the ridge. And I would use somewhere in the neighborhood of 2 to 3 bars of backspin for that shot. You will want the edge of your ball guide finishing up there close towards the hole. And it's just a matter of figuring out that hop. What you don't want to do is use too much backspin and do what my opponent just did right there, which you see is what happens. He ends up back in the bunker. So definitely a very interesting hole. I would rather be in position on my drive to play a shot just like I played it with the thorn or the hornet. I used 1 topspin, and it looked like 1 topspin was perfect distance and speed for the shot. So it's just a matter of hitting perfect and having it lined up, which I think I had it lined up pretty good for that shot. So hopefully this will help you all in determining how you can play hole number 1, and also what types of situations you may find yourself in playing hole number 1. It's not always going to be the same situation. Sometimes, as you see, it depends on your drive. One we do have. So let's see what we do have here. And no, we are going to be, let's see what this would do. No, we're going to play this. We're going to play this 3 backspin, no side spin to the right. we're going to play this one in long iron. I was wrong. I was wrong. So 3.1 min is going to be 1.5 adjustment. As you see, I went with 3 backspin. Aimed the ball guide pretty close up to the hole. Hit great left, of course. But as you see, I get a nice bounce here. And I had a really good trajectory. Shame that I didn't hit perfect. I think that would have been in. So yes, that is the way to play that hole from 337. If you get closer than 337, like 340, then you're probably going to be playing a short iron, in which case I would play 1 bar of topspin and try to aim that ball guide towards the hole as best as possible. Definitely get that drop. I think it's definitely a very possible drop to get, playing it straight to the left-hand side for sure. So alright, that's hole number 1, and that's how I would play hole number 1 in the rookie. Alright, we got hole number 2 here, par 3. We'll play this one to plus 30%. I would definitely recommend either the Viper or Sniper here. I'm going with the Quasar ball. Definitely don't want to go higher than a power 1 just because of putting yourself in between clubs. And if you have a Sniper, that might definitely be a good choice as well. I don't, but I will be using the Viper here. So we have 3.9. So we're going to be playing this shot at right at min. So we're going to go max right spin and 0.75 bar backspin. I like the way that shot looks, so we're just going to go with it right there. 2.1 is our adjustment here, with a plus 30% adjustment for the elevation. Perfect hit. And let's see where this one comes in. Too bad of a shot right there. Not too bad of a shot. As you see, it rolled a little bit long. We can correct that by adjusting our landing spot of our third bounce. You know, so just move that landing spot of that bounce up there along the fringe back a little tiny bit, and that will actually help deaden the ball a little bit on that roll to the hole. But it was actually not a terrible line. The only thing that I may correct is a little bit of right curl on that shot. This is going to be a tough hole no matter what you do in the rookie to get the ace. So it's going to be the small little things that count, like moving your shot a little bit back where that ball guide hits the slope upward instead of the flat spot. It may be adding a little bit of curl to the shot. It's going to be those small little details that you add into your shot that are actually going to get you the ace here. So that's definitely a great base to start from right there that I shot, and then just build from there, dial in that shot. As I always say, dial it in. Alright y'all, see you on the next hole. Alright, we got hole number 3 here, par 5. And this one right here, we're going to play with a plus 20% elevation change off the tee box, and we'll be using an extra mile. For the second shot, we'll be playing with the big dog, and for the needed purpose of distance, we'll be playing with a Titan ball for our ball. So off the tee box here, we're going to play this one with max top spin and max left spin. What I'm trying to do here is kind of line up the yellow ring circle in the middle of the fairway with the back of the red ring touching the back of the first shadow area, as you can see there. From that position right there, we will use max adjustment for that shot was right around 1.2 rings, and I don't use any kind of curl here whatsoever. If I had to play the shot again, I'd probably add a little bit of left curl. It just keeps you a little bit farther away from that right side and puts you in a little bit better position, I think, closer to that front left edge. The closer you can get to the front left edge, the better. So for our second shot here, we'll play this one with a minus 10% with our big dog, which is going to give us about 1 ring of adjustment here. So I pull my shot into overpower. I'm going to play about 2 bars of top spin and some right spin. We're just trying to hit the rough and roll out onto the green here. So I'm in overpower. I pulled back about one ring, and I still realized I got to use a little bit of overpower on the shot. So I just use a tad bit of overpower. The amount of overpower you use will depend on how well you hit your drive. We had a nice bounce in the rough, and we bounce up to the green, and we're in position for a very nice eagle putt. So that's the way to play hole number 3. The farther you can get up the fairway on that first drive, it's going to put you in much easier position for that second shot. If for some reason you do have a little bit too much distance to go for that second shot, I definitely advise to lay up short on that next fairway at the edge and then go with a thorn shot to the hole for your eagle try. Alright, y'all, that was hole number 3. Good luck, and we'll see you all in just a second on hole number 4. Alright, we got hole number 4 here, par 3. Really good chance at an ace right here. We'll play this one with a plus 15% elevation change. We'll go with our thorn, and we're not going to use any kind of spin on this hole. And I'm going to be using a marlin ball, but you could also play this shot with a basic ball. This will be a thorn play on this hole. So no spin needed at all, just 15% elevation. We're playing this one. We're going to play this one about mid-distance, and we're just going to aim our ball guide along this right-hand greens line. See where I'm lining that with a second bounce right there on the fringe. Okay. So now we just need to adjust for our wind, which is about 1.9 rings. And we just got to hit this one perfect to have a good chance. We do hit it perfect. Let's see if we got the roll. And boom. Dead center of the cup. That's how we do it. Alright, y'all, we got hole 5 here. This is a par 5. Play this one with a 10% elevation change off the tee box with an extra mile, and I will be playing with a Viper for my second shot. And I will be using a Titan ball here. You can use a Katana if you want to use a Katana, but I'm going to use a Titan ball specifically more for the second shot and not the first shot. And we'll be right back in just a second. Alright, so for our tee shot here, we'll be playing with 1.5 top spin, max left spin. And we want to land our shot right in here and just have it kind of trace up the middle of that fairway. And we will play our adjustment here for our wind at 1.6 rings, which is right about max. We'll just play max. And I'm going to play a tiny bit of curl here on this shot. We went 1.5 topspin. Let's see where it puts us. We may be able to up that to 2. Nope, I would stay at 1.5 or even scroll back to 1. I think if you go 1 topspin, it's going to great proof you onto the left and right side. If I would have hit great to the right with 1.5, it may have put me into that rough. So if you want to be great proofed on each side, I would definitely go with 1 topspin. If you want to play it a little riskier and try to get yourself a little bit farther up that fairway, then 1.5 and maybe use a little bit more curl than I used. So for our second shot here with a power 3 ball and in our position, we're going to have a pretty nice look at the hole. We're not going to use any kind of an elevation change here. As you see, we're way up there. So that's nice. For the shot though, I don't think I'm going to even use any spin. We're just going to try to aim this shot as best as we can towards that hole. Our third bounce right there on the edge of the fringe is where we want. And a 2.8 is going to be right about 1.5 rings. So we'll play right about 1.5 rings there. Just hit a perfect shot here. And that'll give us a really good idea of what we need to correct. We need a topspin or backspin on this shot. Looks like it's going to come in a little bit hot. So in that location we could have actually put on a little bit of backspin. I would say about 1 bar of backspin would have been perfect right there. So like, if after your drive, your second shot sets up with your third hop already on the fringe, then that's the situation where I would say use backspin. If your third hop is before the fringe in the fairway somewhere, then I would use no spin at all. And if you're a good amount back of the fairway, then you may want to use a little bit of topspin for your second shot. But that's definitely a great way to gauge whether or not you need to use topspin, backspin, or no spin based on the shot that I just showed you. So if you want to, I would go back and see where my driver distance was, and then from there, you know at that distance you need to use a little bit of backspin. And if you're farther back than that, then you can kind of gauge you want to use topspin or no spin at all. So it's kind of the way you got to work your shots, is you get one shot to build off of, and then from that you can make your adjustments elsewhere. So alright y'all, that was hole number 5, and hole number 6 will be next. Alright, we got hole number 6 here. This is a par 4. We'll be playing with an extra mile and a marlin ball. You could use a quasar if you wanted to. I got a lot of marlin balls, so we're going to go ahead and use the marlin ball. For our second shot, you usually play it with your thorn or your hornet. And we're trying to get up somewhere around the 308 to 310 mark on our drive. So for our drive here, we'll play plus 10% on the drive. And we got 4.5 headwind. So max top spin, max left spin, and we're just trying to aim this shot here to that front top right edge of the fairway. So we're going to play this one with 1.9 adjustment for our wind, and just really trying to hit a perfect here, which we do. So this one should put us in a good position. If you use a quasar ball, definitely don't shy away from using a little bit more left spin than I did. That way you'll end up a little bit farther left on that shot. 302, so a little bit shorter than what we would have liked. So for this shot right here, we're not going to play any kind of elevation change. Let's see, we got max right there at pin, and that's mid. All right, so that's mid right about there. So we're going to play one backspin on this shot. And we're going to drop it right in between the pin and the right edge of the cup. So 1.8 rings is going to be our adjustment for mid here. Perfect hit. Let's see how this one comes in. Just a little bit to the left. It was a good adjustment. So we definitely, I think, need to aim right edge of the cup on this one. I was aimed between the pin and the right edge. I definitely feel like this is a shot where we got to aim to the right edge of the cup, because I feel like I had that one pretty marked off well as far as the numbers go, mid distance for that shot right there. So I would definitely play this shot to the right edge of the cup. If you start getting that drop, then that's definitely the adjustment to play on this hole. If not, and you keep still going farther left, then I would maybe play it a little bit even farther to the right hand side of the cup, like a half a cup to the right, and basically you just got to work your way from there. And that's how you dial in a shot. You know, if you know you've got the adjustments correct and you still end up to the left of the hole or to the right of the hole, then you need to start playing a little bit of an offset. I think it's easier just to play the offset instead of just starting to mess around with side spins on the ball. I would keep the 1 to 2 bars of backspin on that shot and just play a little bit of an offset on that hole prior to your wind adjustment. So that's how I would go forward playing this hole. Good luck to you all. That was hole number 6. Alright, got hole number 7 here. This is a par 3. I'll be playing this one with a plus 25% elevation change. I'll be using a Quasar ball and a Viper for this hole. Definitely could still use a sniper if you have a sniper as well. And we'll be playing about 1 to 2 bars of top spin and max left spin. Alright, so 25% here. We're playing max left spin and 1.5 top spin. We're going to bring the edge of our white circle here, and we're going to aim at that right corner of that green square to the right of the hole. Okay, we're going to adjust it mid, so 1.6 will be my adjustment for this shot. Hit it perfect. Let's see how this one comes in. Coming in nicely, nice and roll. Alright, so I aimed at that far right edge of that first green line, and it came in right along that green line. So I would aim that shot at the front left edge of that first green line to the right of the hole instead of the far right edge, and I think we have a really good chance of rolling that one in. Definitely 1.5 top spin and max left spin is a good adjustment for this hole. Remember to include 25% for your elevation change and play that shot at mid distance. And hopefully y'all can get the ace. This is definitely a hole where an ace is possible with this wind. Alright, we got hole number 8 here, par 4. And you can play this one two ways, to the left or to the right. The right side requires a good amount of curl and a lot of topspin to get your ball down that right fairway. We're going to play our shot to the left here and try to set ourselves up for a long iron rough bump. So off our tee shot, we're going to be playing with a quarterback to just try to increase the chances of our shot being a little bit more accurate and just being able to use that ball guide to our advantage. So 3.2 wind is going to give us 3.5 rings of adjustment. So we want to get as far up we can without going into that rough. So we adjust and overpower, and then we play the shot regular, no overpower, no curl. This should put us up close to the front edge of that fairway, no problem. We do use the quarterback to be able to play that shot. Without that ball guide, it would be very tough to play a shot like that. So for this shot here, it's a plus 40% change in elevation. We're playing it right at max. So go full right spin and 1 top spin here. So go a little bit more than 1 top spin. And now we'll have to make our adjustment. 3.8 at 40% is going to be right about 3.4 rings. Hit it perfect. See how this one comes in. And there it is. There is the eagle. So we played max right spin. We had to go a little bit over 1 top spin. It was about 1.5 top spin on that shot with the backbone. You can also play that shot with the Goliath. Definitely works great with the Goliath as well. I chose the backbone because it had better accuracy. And for me, a shot like that, you want the accuracy. So, alright, y'all, we will see you all in the next hole. Alright, so we got hole number 9 here, par 5. We're playing this one to the left side here. We'll play a plus 20% for your initial elevation change. We'll play a power 2 katana ball for the extra side spin. And we will be playing this one with a quarterback for this shot to the left-hand side. You can play to the right-hand side, which would be the safer way to play it. But, you know, you would just need to not use a lot of spin, maybe even use a little bit of backspin because you don't want to roll off that edge. For the shot we're going to play, we're playing over here to the left side, and we're going to aim it right up in here, and then we're going to adjust it right about 5 rings for the 20% adjustment. Ball out to the left, hit it great right, but I think we'll still be okay with the shot. As you see, we get a nice bounce, and that curl definitely takes us plenty far to the left-hand side. So that ended up in a pretty good spot for us. So for our second shot here, we play in 10% plus 10% for the shot. And as you see, we have our Goliath, and we're playing this about mid-range. So we're going to use 1 backspin, 5 right spin for this shot. Looks like a pretty good bounce right there towards the hole. So we're going to play right there on the fringe, and 1.3 is going to be our wind, or at mid-wind adjustment, plus 10%. We hit it perfect. Let's see how it comes in. Let's see if it has enough to get there. Ooh, we got the slow-mo. Alright, got the slow-mo. Definitely a shot I believe we can dial in. Alright, y'all, that was hole 9. This has been the rookie playthrough with the wins of the tournament, and this was the Clifftop Links Tournament. Good luck to you all. Hopefully you all can dial in these shots and shoot a great round. Definitely leave a comment in the comment section if you see anything that you would like to see done differently in these videos. Y'all have a good day, and God bless. Hey y'all, thanks for joining me for the rookie playthrough for the new tournament. Definitely check us out on Facebook at Golf Clash the 19th Hole if you're looking for a community page to become a part of. Also check out my friend Gio Viviani at Golf Clash Italy. His page focuses on higher level content, so if you are someone that's interested in seeing what the upper level content looks like, this is your guy. Just go to YouTube and type in Golf Clash Italy to find his channel. He plays Tour 11, he plays Tour 12, and he also plays Masters level tournaments. So definitely check him out. Great guy. He's fun and entertaining to watch, and just someone overall that wants to help teach the game and help improve other players.